Yo, England v Mexico at the Azteca Stadium in the bloody mountains. Yeah, crazy altitude. Um, yeah, this game's gonna be eventful. We've seen if you've seen any footage, you can see. You already know what type of atmosphere it's gonna be. It's crazy. We're hearing threats from the cartel, crazy security outside of the hotel for the English staff and players. This one is gonna be eventful to say the least. But let's focus on the football, on the pitch, because really and truly, if you remove the outside noise, this should be a pretty straightforward match for England playing Mexico, whose most dangerous player is playing in the Saudi league. Fair enough, he's top scorer though. Colombian born, I believe, Quinones, dangerous player, and he happens to play on the left wing, which is where our weakness possibly is at right back. That right back, right centre back. That's where we're looking most vulnerable right now. So we have to look out for that. They got a talented kid in midfield, Mora. Creative. Shouldn't be a problem for Anderson. And then they got Raul Jimenez up front, who can score goals, but he's well known to the Premiership defenders, of course. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. But when you add the outside noise now and mix that up with the fact that they're playing at home in their home stadium, and that 12th man and the atmosphere for this England team, who's, I wouldn't say highly experienced at this level. There's a lot of players playing their first World Cup tournaments. Virtually the whole back line. Anderson, Maino. There's a lot of players playing their first World Cup. This is their first World Cup experience. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. Let me get onto my lineup though. I've already kind of let a few clues in there. So I'm going my goalkeeper Pickford, my right back Spence. The reason why I'm putting Spence in at right back is because of Mexico's left winger Quinones. He's their most dangerous player. Now, Spence, one thing nobody can deny about Spence is that he's a good one-on-one defender. And to play against Quinones, their most dangerous left winger, you have to be good at one. You have to win that duel. If Quinones gets the better of our right back, we're in problems. So definitely have to play Spence there. After that, it's the same back for Konsa, Gay, O'Reilly. The reason why I didn't bring in Stones and I stuck with Konsa and Gay is because Mexico are dangerous on transitions. They rely on transitions to score most of their goals. So you have to have pace at the back. If they rely on transitions, they're trying to catch us out when we come forward. So when they're making their attacks, we're going to have a high line. So we need defenders that are strong at recovery runs, strong at covering other defenders, that can handle one-on-one duels. Because if we're attacking, you might be left 3-on-2 at the back, or 4-on-2. Do you know what I mean? Or 4-on-3. So that's the reasons for my two centre-backs. Left back, O'Reilly. I was thinking about bringing in John Stones, moving Konsa to right back, or possibly even Declan Rice. But yeah, I didn't want to move Konsa to right back and you're up against the most dangerous player for the opposition in your first game at right back at the World Cup. So it just made sense to put Spence there and let him do what he's best at, which is win defensive duels, one-on-one duels. So we move on to the midfield. I'm going to play Anderson in the single pivot. No double pivot for me. Single pivot will be Anderson. My number 8 on the right-hand side will be Maino. And my number 8 on the left-hand side will be Jude. Yes, that means Declan Rice is on the bench. And the reason why I picked this midfield is, first of all, I wanted a single pivot. Second of all, I wanted more control of the game. I need Mano to come in to add that control, to dictate tempo, to speed it up, slow it down, to have an element of control. Because what that does, it makes the game less transitional. And what's Mexico's main strengths in transitions. So it made sense for us to play. I was thinking either Mano or Eze, but I went for Mano because he's got a little bit more defensive nous. So I went for Mano because if the more we control the game, the less effective Mexico will be. So it just made perfect sense to play Mano. Declan Rice clearly carrying an injury. Put him on the bench. Let him rest. If the game's won, easy work. He can rest for the whole game for the 90 minutes. We got to look beyond to the latter stages of the tournament. Do you want Declan Rice fit and ready for the quarters, for the semis, for the final? Or do you want to risk him against Mexico? Like, how long can he keep going with these injections for his hammy? They're saying neural pain in his lower back and his hamstring. That, to me, that sounds like sciatica. That's not something that you can consistently manage and expect 100% out of. Well, we can already see with our eyes that we're not getting 100% from Declan Rice. Before the tournament, this was kind of built up as, Declan Rice is going to come to the front. Like the way everyone's talking about, if it ain't Kane, it's Jude. If it ain't Jude, it's Kane. Declan Rice, before the tournament started, he was in that convo. Jude was a Jude, is he going to start? And it was, to win this tournament, we need Declan Rice and Harry Kane firing on all cylinders. So yeah, he's clearly playing through pain, and it's clearly affecting his performances. However, if we are chasing a goal, similar circumstances to the game with DR Congo, where we're chasing a goal, we've got the opposition pending, I'm bringing on Declan Rice and I'm bringing him on right back to add that quality in the final third, to get crosses in, because this is at a stage now, hypothetically, where we've got the opposition pending. Last 20 minutes, they're defending for their lives. We need that extra quality that Spence doesn't have in the final third. We bring Declan Rice, quality from set pieces, quality from out wide, swinging in crosses, and also to link up on the right-hand side with his Arsenal teammates. Because what I would also do is I would take off Mano and put on a more attacking option, which is Eze. And I would also take off Saka because I don't believe he's got a 90 minutes in him. And I would put on Noni. So then you'll have the three Arsenal teammates on the right-hand side who can all link up well together. Noni can go down the line on the outside. If he can't beat his man, he can cut in and drop it off. Set it for Declan Rice, who can then swing it in, one-touch cross. They can form triangles and play passes between Eze, who's great at linking up, looking for Noni to go in behind. So there's a lot of options there on the right-hand side, considering they all play for the same club. Obviously, Jude's going to do what Jude does. Up front, my front three, along with Saka, obviously be Kane, but my left winger would be Morgan Rogers. I feel like we're starting to just pick the best out of the worst pair on the left wing between Rashford and Gordon. Although Gordon came on and got those assists, I do not feel confident that Gordon is our left winger who can go and play the 90 minutes out there. I feel like he can be a good impact player. I feel like Rashford can be a good impact player, or Rashford can start for certain games. But I feel like Rodgers deserves a chance out there to just make that position his own from now to the final. Because if you remember rightly, some of Rodgers' best performances came from the left wing for Villa. Everyone built up this, number 10 competition with Jude, but I remember the beginning of the season, Rodgers was playing the 10 and he wasn't playing well for Villa. Then he got moved out wide, he got moved to the left wing, started ripping it up. At times he was moved to the right wing, was still ripping it up. Then he got moved back into the 10, was doing well. Then as soon as his form dipped, what they would do is move Buendia into the 10 and put Rodgers out wide. Because Rodgers is a 10, but he's a 10 that He can play in tight spaces, but he doesn't thrive in tight spaces like Eze, like Maino. He doesn't thrive in tight spaces. He thrives with space for him to run into, space for him to penetrate, which is why Emre, rightly so, puts him out wide when he doesn't have Joy inside. Rodgers thrives on transitions. So put him out wide, give him that space to run into. Plus he'll link up with Jude well on the left-hand side. Yeah, I believe this will be his chance to make that position his own and start games and finish games from now on to the final if he performed well. Also against a low block, I think Rodgers has more attributes to break down a low block, along with Saka. Those two wingers have more attributes to break down a low block over the likes of Noni, over the likes of Gordon and Rashford. So yeah, I feel like they'll be the two best wingers to start the game. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree, disagree, let me know how you think it's gonna go. Let me know your scoreline predictions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hype.